Hello, everyone. Thank you to all the educators and the parents that are joining me today. My name is Lydia Rathbun, and I'm a graduate student at Arizona State University. I would like to share with you all some opportunities for our community and empower all of you today to help our school system make the transition into excellence. Let's take a brief minute to discuss where the school garden program originated from, which is actually really interesting. The U.S. Bureau of Education created the school garden program during World War I. What's interesting about it is basically they enlisted these children in order for them to help in the war effort. And the produce that was collected in these school gardens actually fed tons of people and their local communities during times of scarcity. All right, so let's fast forward to 2019. Where are school gardens today? What's really exciting is that there are many success cases of school gardens still today. In fact, according to the USDA's website, the federal government has been encouraging school gardening since the early 1900s. Today, the 2015 USDA Farm to School Census indicates that there's over 7,000 school gardens across the nation. The USDA has been providing grant funding, guidance and resources, and support for food service personnel who are interested in purchasing products from a school garden. The importance of school gardens has not changed. It provides teachers a unique, hands-on way to connect with their students. Okay, now let's dive into the problem our schools are currently facing: childhood obesity. So here's the current state of childhood obesity in Virginia. With no school garden program in the Hampton Roads area, coupled with the onslaught of electronics at home and in school, the inundation of processed food in the school cafeterias, kids are developing diabetes and health issues at a really scary rate. Here you see 20% of 2 to 4-year-olds are obese, 14% of 10 to 17-year-olds are obese, and 13% of high school students. Now, what does childhood obesity and bullying have to do with one another? Well, the next problem that we'll be addressing is bullying in school. According to research, the majority of obese children are experiencing bullying at high rates, as you can see in this chart. The statistics on bullying are upsetting. In a recent national survey of overweight 6th graders, 24% of the boys and 30% of the girls experience daily teasing, bullying, or rejection because of their weight. And the number just doubles for overweight high school students. Now, with 58% of boys and 63% of girls experiencing teasing and bullying because of their weight. The connection between childhood obesity and bullying is alarming. Some of these children will be teased for their weight as early as in kindergarten. It just increases every next grade level, and negative reinforcement can affect them in their adulthood. Educators know all too well about this connection, and it's almost impossible to correct every instance of bullying because it happens so often away from the teacher's view. Bullying is a major nationwide problem. We have to do something about this here in Hampton Roads. Schools where children are bullied experience lower attendance rates and increased disciplinary actions, causing schools to lose funding and valuable resources. Kids who are bullied experience depression and anxiety, decreased academic performance, absences and dropout rates increase. Bullying not only affects the bullied, but it also affects children who have witnessed bullying as well. Even if your child has not been bullied, they can still suffer from being a witness to it. I am asking you all today to think holistically about a solution to childhood bullying and obesity in schools. I am asking you today to rally together as parents and educators and to start a school garden at your school. With the educators and the parents' support, we can decrease bullying and increase our children's health, academic performance, and social well-being. Now that we tackled some of the major issues students, parents, and teachers are facing every day, let's transition into what children who attend schools with gardens experience. Here we have how school gardens actually help invest in the whole child teaching philosophy. So what is the whole child teaching philosophy? So for those of us that are not familiar with the whole child approach to education, let me explain. A whole child approach to education is defined by policies, practices, and relationships that ensure each child in each school, in each community is healthy, safe, engaged, supportive, and challenged. School gardens help with the social and emotional learning. Here you can see 11% increase in achievement test scores, 9% increase in improvement in class behavior, and a 9% decrease in classroom misbehavior and aggression. School gardens also support the whole child by project-based and place-based learning. Children who have project-based and place-based learning experience higher scores in reading, writing, math, science, social studies. They have an increase in self-esteem, improved conflict resolution, and higher level thinking. School gardens also support student health and academic achievement. Basically, children who eat well perform well, fewer behavior problems, and children who eat healthier scored significantly higher on science-based achievement tests versus students with no school garden-based training. Let's just be honest. Teachers are overwhelmed. When I sat down with a group of educators, one of their main concerns was not having enough time for gardens and feeling like they already had enough to do. I am positive everyone could sympathize with that concern when you are thinking about adding on a school garden project. One point that I would like you all to consider is the amount of support and resources available to educators in schools. With community support, nonprofit garden organizations, lesson plans, program details have already been tested and developed, and they can be downloaded right off the internet. These lesson plans are compliant with the Virginia education standards, so educators don't even have to go through the hassle of designing their own new curricula. So you're probably wondering where to begin. Well, I recommend partnering up. The Farm to School Network, their mission statement is students gain access to healthy local foods as well as education opportunities such as school gardens, cooking lessons, and farm field trips. Farm to School empowers children and their families to make informed food choices while strengthening the local economy and contributing to vibrant communities. Here I wanted to supply you the contact info so you know where to start. If you're not sure exactly who to call, don't worry. Any one of these points of contact will direct you to the right person to get you started on your school garden. Here are just a few of the Farm to School Network resources available for administrators and for educators and parents. So we have school garden planning, seed donations and education, lesson plans and recipes, and grant funding. All you need to have a successful school garden. So what can you do to help fight bullying and childhood obesity. Without the support and advocacy from you in this audience, a school garden will never happen. You really are the heroes in this fight. And it is up to you to make the difference. So here's what I need from you. I need you to, first, become school garden advocates. Go out there and tell other parents, tell other students, and other teachers about the benefits of school gardens. Number 2, form a school garden committee. Gathering volunteers who have a passion for helping and gardening is going to really help in the long run. In your school garden committee, design a plan of action. How are you going to have the school garden? The feasibility, how much will it cost? What grants are available? What supplies that you'll need to get started? And where you can get seeds. Number 3, get support from partnerships. You are not alone. We are here to support you with the planning and the funding. Number 4, engage school leadership for success. Present your plan to school administrators. Number 5, and this is the best one of all, enjoy your school garden. Thank you, everyone. That concludes my presentation. My contact information is available on the screen. Please feel free to reach out to me for anything. I'm here to help, so don't be afraid to reach out. Thank you.